Hey guys, Mobile Gamers Unite. So, taking a trip down memory lane today because we opened up Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Da, 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 da. And actually, guys, I'm pretty happy about this, okay? With everything that happened over Easter and all that nonsense, I decided to take a step back away from the game. I've been playing a lot of Landgrisser and didn't really have much time anyway. And you know what? I was not ever a huge Axstar fan, and I wasn't one of the people that was really waiting for him, okay? So I didn't really have a problem kind of skipping out on that banner, but I did find out that Xenos dropped with Axstar, and Xenos is a character that I think is pretty cool. I just think he just looks sweet. He's who Axstar is actually supposed to be. At least he ain't trying to hide him damn self and who he really is. So that's pretty cool. Also, he is supposedly the new dual wield meta. Okay, and I've always liked dual wielding in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Then we went to the double hand meta and, the true double hand, and now this guy's a true dual wielder. And I think this gives me an opportunity to kind of explore that and see where that can go. I've always liked dual wield. Matter of fact, when we first started playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, dual wield was god tier. Okay, and you could only get it through Zidane, and Zidane was a 1% rainbow. I know, because I pulled one of him. And boy, oh boy, a dual wield on a Chizuru a long time ago was just the epitome of badassness. It was the only thing that could kill the Intangier is if you had like a party of Chizurus, or if you at least had to have a Chizuru and you had to bring another one with you, and if you got lucky, somebody would have dual wield on a Chizuru, even way back when, and that was how I first beat the Intangier, and I remember doing like cartwheels in my kitchen. I was so effing happy. Just because of that fight, man, it took days. So, but that was when Final Fantasy Brave Exvius just launched. So, kind of opening this back up and getting into it, I still have an awesome account. Here, we can look through the units that I have right now. I started thinking about why I started playing this game in the first place. So I'll just slowly scroll down. We can just kind of look at the units that I've accumulated as a collector over time. Actually, you know what? Let's filter this. So we at least let's go by obtained. Okay, that's where we're at. This is how the order in which I've obtained these characters. So when I think back of what actually got me playing this game, and actually let's sort out all the 3 stars. Hold on. Okay, back on track. Sorry guys. When I started thinking about what actually got me playing this game, and really thought back about that, like what really captivated me to play this game and keep turning it on every day and keep logging in. First of all, okay, this was the only game of its kind at the time. Okay, this was like one of the really good first gotchas. There wasn't much competition out at the time. And I'll start scrolling, okay. The other thing is I absolutely fell in love with the storyline in this game. I thought it was really sweet. I thought both of the characters were cool. Rain and Laswell. I mean, a little stereotypical, but at the same time, they're still cool, okay? And I just off of that, just off the story, just off of the quests, and this is before we even had like arena and quote-unquote PvP. I mean, this is really the beginning of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global. That's how long I've had this account. I've played since day one. I'm not rank 180 yet, but you can see I'm kind of close. And along the way, I have been a collector, okay? I think I have just about every character in the game. I can honestly say that. There's a few characters that I'm missing because I haven't really played in the past month and a half. And before that, I think there was like one character I was missing anyway. And it might have been a limited character, I'm not sure. Although I will say I've went out of my way to collect limited characters. It was the thing to do at the time because they were the most powerful characters, and they still are. The problem is I'm worried about this game nowadays. Okay, the power creep in this game just seems to be so fast that you could spend $500 on a banner today, and a month from now, it won't be worth anything. So that's kind of what bothers me about this game and why I took a step back and decided to kind of watch. Even with Xeno right now, I'm going to be paying attention to, how long will Xeno actually last as a good, viable, strong character? Goodness, I honestly don't know. Oh, and I'm still waiting for them to do something with Rayjack over here. Okay, there's supposed to be a 7-star version of him that, who knows, they might have just abandoned that. But anyway, that's pretty much kind of where we're at. And if they keep power creeping on such a crazy level and expecting people to pull, I'm just not going to do it anymore. Okay. The other thing is the way that they've done limited units, and that's changing. Pretty soon we're going to have this, what do they call it? Summon festivals. And summon festivals favor people that spend money. So I should have nothing to worry about, right? But I don't like that. I really don't. I don't like that. So I'm going to see how this whole summon festival thing works, but it's kind of a huge turnoff for me. And I don't know, that's just the way that I feel about it. So also, I hate to say it, but in the past months to come, I've really been thinking about this game, and it just really kind of seems like Gumi is just doing an experiment to see exactly how much money they can charge for content. And that's honestly what this game feels like sometimes. It's, hey, how much can we get away with? Even the bundles in this game are just a joke at this point. It is ridiculous how little they want to give you for $100 in this game. They act like $100 is literally a $1 bill. And also, I'm from that generation of gamers where you would go spend $60 on a game and then you would play it. And people expected to get like 60 hours worth of gameplay or something out of a $50, $60 game. I come from a time where EverQuest almost failed. They couldn't get $22 fucking a month out of their players. And they couldn't, they were worried that they couldn't continue a player base off of $22 a month. And then I think they cut it down to like $12 a month or something like that. Okay, so we went from that. We went from a game company worried that they can't charge $12 a month for a subscription fee to a game company selling us nostalgia for $500 fucking a banner? Are you joking me? And you're going to drop multiple banners every month? And if you don't pull all these characters, you're not meta? No, I'm sorry. This is just absolutely ridiculous. The extent to which this game has pushed the envelope is just wild to me. Okay? This game company is also working on War of the Visions, and some part of me is worried and wants to think like, okay, so what they're going to do with this game is they're just going to turn it into a how much can we get them to spend experiment now, so then they can apply all that knowledge to the next game that they're making, and they can know exactly how much to charge us and exactly how much we will pay. That fucking scares me. And that is part of the reason why I started trying to play other games. I wanted to see what was out there. I wanted to actually see what the market was. And there's other games out there. And they will sell you content at a small fraction of what this game is. Now, don't get me wrong. I love this game wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, too, let's really study this game. It's an RPG. There is no real player interaction, okay? I can bring my friend's unit, great, but I can't actually play with my friends. I can't actually play against my friends. There's no co-op play. There is no real PvP play. You are fighting the computer that is just controlling somebody else's team that somebody set up. You're still fighting against the computer, Okay, so there's that to it. There's other games coming out right now that actually have guilds, that actually let you play against other players, that actually let you chat with other players while you play. They let you shit talk. And these other games, they have skins, they have different characters, they have summoning systems too, you know. So it's hard for me to really want to stick with Brave Exvius right now because I can go over to Landgrisser. And I'll be honest with you guys, I just had the worst experience on a banner that I've ever had in Landgrisser. I ended up having to drop a couple $100 to get what I want. But here in Brave Exvius land, that's just to be expected. I could spend a couple $100 and have half a character. Literally, I could have a 6-star character. You know, with some of these characters, for them to be good, you need 2 of them. Or you need 4 of them to get their Super Trust Master for them to actually be top tier and effective. Even with the banners the way that they are nowadays, for you to pull 4 characters, it's hundreds of monies, okay? And that's on every effing banner. They drop a banner every couple weeks, twice a month. It's ridiculous. Nobody can keep up with it. And at this point, I've stopped even trying to be a collector, okay? So that's why I have this account now. I get on here and I play whenever I want. I blow off events. I skip shit. It's no big deal. I have a lot of units and a lot of things I can still do here. There's espers I need to grind out. There's some trials that I have to do, you know, so it's cool. Once in a while I hop back on here, I get a party together, and I go off and start busting chains and finishers. I mean, that's really one of the best things about this game is the combat system, the chaining and the finishing, limit breaks, all that good stuff. So that's definitely in here, and I love this game, and I will always love it for it. Other than that, the upgrades have been great. The game looks beautiful. Characters are getting better. Sprites are looking better. I wish there was a system for some kind of skins in here, but I guess it doesn't matter because you're not playing against anybody, okay? My Brave Exvius unit will never go fight somebody else's. It's just that I'm just going to fight the machine, the little monsters and robots and demons that are programmed in the game. So again, I know there's more story to do, and the story is cool, so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm right at the part where you're actually fighting Axstar and Xenos, where Xenos reveals himself and Axstar tells Lasworm that he's betrayed him. So I can't wait to get back into the nitty gritty of that. But I just want to let you guys know where I stand on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's still fun to play, but I don't feel as serious about this game as I do, say, like Landgrisser right now, where I own a guild and I actually have multiple accounts, and I've spent a small fraction of money in Landgrisser land in comparison to Brave Exvius, and I have everything, like literally everything there. I'm definitely out in the whale country, and it hasn't cost me anything compared to Brave Exvius. Some of these Exvius accounts of people have spent over $20,000 on them for units that they'll never actually be able to use to play with other people or against them. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Really, and I think this is the best thing that Gumi could ever do with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. And I'm going to pitch you my idea, and if you think I'm absolutely fucking crazy, then leave me a comment and let me know, okay? But here's what I think should happen to this game and to a system like this. I think Gumi should give us an opportunity to actually protect our investments and add on to them. What I mean by that is, I think that this game should be able to port into other games, okay? And maybe some of the units that I have on this game, I can take with me to another game. I think that if they come out with War of the Visions, I think you should be able to port your Exvius account right fucking to it, and you should already be able to have all these visions or all these summons that you've bought in this game. Alright, and I think they could do that with multiple games. I think they could have a Brave Exvius account port into multiple different games that give you different kinds of gameplay and experience, and that would still let us keep our collections of heroes and actually use them for other purposes. I think this would build equity in this system. And if somebody liked playing one of these new games and they wanted the characters for it, they'd have to log into a Brave Exvius account and get the characters that way. So, boom, everybody fucking wins. We get to keep our investment that we've already paid so much for. Our digital selves get to keep their self-worth. All of our little units get to be protected, and we get to carry them on into the future. And we can change the format of gameplay to whatever the fuck we like, and we can still keep our awesome little summoned heroes and keep their value. Now, I think that would be awesome. Unfortunately, I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think instead, eventually, they're just going to scrap this game. Whatever you put into it, tough shit, it's gone. Now it's War of the Visions. Start from scratch and give us your credit card. And I honestly think that's what it's going to be. And that just kills me. That really does. After going on almost 3 years now of playing this game, it kills me to think that they're just this game is just going to eventually turn zombie status because Gummy's going to move on and whatever. I don't think that should be the case. I think people have invested a lot into a game like this, and we should be able to keep some of that. So, Mobile Gamers Unite, that's my grand idea. That's what I think. If you think I'm fucking crazy, tell me. Let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. Hit like, hit subscribe. Peace.